Зависит от времени и места. Любовь и дружба. Жизнь и смерть. Все субъективно. Правильное и неправильное, добро и зло.
Good morning, guys. You heard the bell right there. Let's go. Today's a pretty crazy day in the market. I know everyone's watching Tesla and SPY and looking for all the nice moves to the upside, and yes, so am I. I'm still keeping a bit of an open mind, but you know, we talked a little bit yesterday and on Monday about the potential recovery here for a couple of days coming into this week, and it looks like that is definitely the case, especially with those Tesla earnings pushing the SPY even higher here. Looking pretty good this morning, hitting highs in pre-market around 507.30. Definitely have that on watch. Tesla was a lot hotter than the overall market, though, of course, and they're still running up here at market open. Wow, I mean, let's go. That's a great run here. See it breaking the high pretty much instantly at open. You always want to see that. CNBC says NASDAQ rises for a third day. Tesla rallies. Got the alert sent to me. Very good, very good. I know a lot of you guys out there are happy for Tesla. I'm sure a lot of you guys are playing puts too. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's pretty risky to gamble on earnings in either direction, and that's just how earnings are. But yeah, ended up moving up this time, actually a little bit higher than the expected move. It was expected to go up around like 9%, 10%. So to see it at 13 here at open is pretty big. Trying to break the high of pre-market, I guess. Or after hours, whichever one you want to. That final candle of after hours, I guess, is what that was. Hey, good morning, Demure. What's up, guys? Tangy, Alex, Venom, First Last, Manny, V, Bernard, Jason, Meat Sack of Doom. Oh, man. I gotta read these names carefully or else I'm gonna get in trouble one of these days. Amsel, Roy, Outlaw, Stewart. Let's go. Rick says, all right, all right, all right. Gotta love it. Get Matthew up here.
All right, all right, all right.
There we go. What's up, Thomas? CLPZ. You know what else had pretty good earnings that I was very surprised to see was Boeing. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but Boeing started popping off, and I was like, are you serious right now? The thing is these earnings, even Tesla's earnings, like, they were not good. But what they were is that they were better than people thought, you know, and that's a big deal. Being better than people think. Definitely a big deal. You can usually see some pretty big moves on earnings from things like that, and unfortunately that was the case this time. I would have rather seen Tesla go down. I'm not trying to be a Tesla hater, that's what I would have rather played the move on, but it's okay. Still not too bad. Switch over to the QQQ. It's trying to break the high of pre-market. We're not seeing too much volatility here at open, in my opinion. Just falling down a little bit with the SPY. Let's bring up the watch list. Tesla's leading the way 11%. Of course it is. ARM is actually up 5% today. They started having a pretty good move into open. I'm gonna keep them on the radar. You know what else is up today is the China stocks again. BABA gapped up and is starting to look pretty good here. Let's see, JD, Queb, Baidu. Bet they all gapped. Yeah, they did. Not bad out of the China stocks. Coming back well this morning. That's good to see. Xbox says hater. No. Yeah, Queb, Paul. Looking good. Coin shooting for 230. Coin could end up being a pretty fun one here this morning. Yeah, we'll do something with Tesla. All right, let's go back to Tessie real quick. Coin is starting to pull back with Tesla, actually. All right, let's do a poll. All right. It's going to be a pretty simple poll today. There's only two answers because there's really only two ways it can go. Unless it closes right at 165. Will Tesla break 165 and keep running today? Or is it time to slow down? Which one do you think? Do you think it'll end up getting back to 165 and breaking it? Or do you think that will slow down? Keep in mind, it's already up 11%. So I would not be surprised if you said slow down. Even a lot of bullish players might even say slow down. But I did want to see what you guys think here. See how it plays out. There's a good support right at this 160-ish mark. Bouncing pretty well right here. Oh yeah, I like that bounce. Got Tilray. Not doing anything. They were doing pretty good yesterday. MSOS coming back. No. Planet 13. Time to get back to the watch list. Oh, that's not the watch list. That's the book map. What's up, book map? I feel like Dora the Explorer. Instead of my backpack, I have the book map. It sounds like something you do like that, honestly. Ooh. Now he got a Tesla 165 call. Let's see it. SPY's starting to push pretty good back to the upside. Since open, it's been pretty choppy, but starting to push back more. Tessie is not. Just broke under 160, actually. Uh-oh. Not good on that front. Let's see Tessie on the book map. I'm sure 160 was pretty big today. I'd put money on it. Mason, you're tempting me to give you guys some song this morning, but I don't think I could, I don't think I could do it. Imagine I started singing that. Wow, Tesla really falling off here. Let me give the book map a quick restart, guys. Hit it up with the restart. Uh-oh. Something's wrong. Uh-oh. Yeah, I keep saying that book map is running even though I closed it. Uh-oh. Not what you want to see. Here we go. Maybe it was just taking a minute to close. That must have been what it was. Hey, Krishna, thank you for subscribing today. Appreciate that. If anybody else out there is new to the stream, make sure you sub up. Yeah, I was gonna try that, Andrew. I was gonna try that, but it ended up coming back for us. Oh boy. I gotta install a ton of stuff here. Look at that. It's going nuts. Any thoughts on Uber today? For sure, for sure. Thanks for asking. Let's see. We got Uber, $71 resistance here overhead. Pretty big spot of resistance. In the short term, it started coming up. I don't think it looks too bullish today. I would rate this setup a 5 of 10 or 4 of 10. Definitely not my favorite in the short term. I would say it looks more... it's a tough setup here. It's just right between the range. It's not really moving. It's just consolidating down here. I would say bearish, I guess, based off of the 1-minute candles. Off of the overall pattern here, I really like the support down around 68.50. That'll be something to look for in the short term if it starts to really run down. Not my favorite setup, though. All right, Bookmap, let's go. Let's open up Tom All Stocks. Why not? Bam, give us the favorites up there. There was a DD from Wall Street Bets a while ago about Uber is going to miss their upcoming earnings big. Miss it big, huh? Let's see how the chart looks. So that person said they're going to miss their earnings big. I could see it. I mean, you never know with earnings, but I wouldn't be surprised. The person has like a 50% chance of being right. So it's they're honestly not taking too bad of a road guessing down. Did they have any reasons for that? Ooh, yeah. Tesla announced robo-taxis. That could be a negative for Uber, I'd say. Yeah, it's a tough one. Is robo-taxis and cybercab the same thing? I would definitely think so, Mason. But maybe it's not. Cybercabs? I've never heard it called that, but I'd bet it's the same thing. Let's see. Yeah, I think that is what it is. Mason said cybercab sounds cooler than robo-taxis. Yeah, I guess it does. I'd give it that. Maybe Elon will call his robo-taxi vehicle the cybercab. Wouldn't that be kind of sick? CCJ moving up, Tangi said. CCJ. $49.50. Definitely having a good move today. Up 1.68% now. Yeah, not too bad. Oh, wow. Mason sent me a little article. Apparently, they might actually call the Tesla Robotaxi Cybercab. That'd be sick. I actually like the way that thing looks. It looks all right. I wish that the front end maybe looked a little bit different, but imagine Elon could make it just a little longer and add in like a trunk right there. Although it might not be as cheap. Or I guess they'd call it a frunk. All right, Bookmap. Get you up. Close a couple of these real quick. Close an Amazon. All right, we'll leave these ones up. I might have to allocate more RAM usage to Bookmap. It keeps using the 9 gigs that I had allocated for it. Might have to allocate like 16 gigs of this thing. 165 resistance overhead on Tesla. Pretty big on the Bookmap. Looking at 155 support down there. Not bad. Nothing too crazy for now. CCJ, not a bad one though. I do like it, Tangi. Oh, he said it on the call yesterday. Okay, Manny, I see. Nice, nice. Apparently in that article it said he just teased the name, but I don't know. Yeah, I did actually. I did just do that, Manny. I just did the update here. Just a second ago, I actually just did it live, which was pretty funny. It popped up and I did it all right there. I had a lot though, Manny. It's been a while since I updated mine. I rarely close out of it ever. I don't think I had closed Bookmap in like 3 weeks or a month without even closing the software. Baba today, you had to reconfigure all your settings. Oh no. Let's see, Baba. Yeah, pretty good. I like the setup so far. You know, it's holding around where it opened. It didn't have any big dips. Now, coming off of this huge gap up, I mean, I'm not going to expect it to, like, explode up off the gap, but I'm definitely going to keep my eyes on it to move higher. Like, I would think it could retest 74.20 at least once. At least, and that's the minimum. Hang on 1 second. Somebody asked me about JD in the Discord. Looks like JD is running up into pretty big resistance around 28.40. Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty big resistance right there. Yeah, that resistance is pretty perfect right there. Pretty much perfect. Tom, cost calls. Let's see. COST. I keep forgetting to go there. Damn it. Yeah, I'm with you, Manny. I don't like change very often either, honestly. It's pretty tough. It sucks, though, because, like, in Discord, you know, we keep trying to do updates and, you know, make things better and stuff. And then, you know, of course, sometimes it's like, oh, man, people just don't like change. So it's like, do we do anything? It's kind of funny sometimes. I'm with you, though. I don't like it either, really. Looks like it's time for SMH to go up. Looks like maybe we've seen the lows. What I'm looking at here in the short term, and I've been saying this for the past few days, and I'm just going to stick with what I'm saying, Dennis, is that these chip stocks and the overall market has been falling off quite a bit, okay? So what I'm looking at here in the short term is a short-term pullback to the upside again. So I'm looking at the market here for a few days, maybe even like a week or two of consolidation and movement back up into resistance, and then I'm watching for another move back down. I still think that the pullback could be a little bit more extended than the one that we're seeing now. I think there's a pretty high chance of that, given the time that we're in. That doesn't mean the overall uptrend's done, but it just means that I think that in the short term, we might consolidate a little bit more. That's all. But for the next few days, looks like we're moving up. I would not go totally long on SMH yet. Not for like a crazy swing. And one thing in the short term with SMH is there's a pretty big resistance that it's at right now. I mean, even it's rejecting there today, having trouble breaking. I'm pointing an arrow to it on the chart. That's going to be a huge spot right at the like 212.80, 213 area. Definitely going to be important. Ooh, Netflix puts. Someone's asked me about Netflix puts in the Discord. Yeah, I'm watching Netflix like around the 562, 560 support. I could see that coming into play, but it's starting to sell off here pretty good intraday. The book maps are going wild. Book maps gone wild, guys. Get your subscription here. In a way, you're right. It never made sense for me to consider this, but what if someone had alcohol or something else requires ID? Even spray paint requires it now these days. Yeah, it really does. The spray paint gets annoying. Whenever I was in high school, I had to do some stupid project for like something, and I had to like paint it brown. And I couldn't buy the damn paint at the store. It was so annoying. I had to have my parents go get it. I mean, I get it, because, like, kids will go in there and, like, buy paint and start, like, huffing it. But let's be real, I mean, you know, if these kids are buying paint and, like, sniffing it or, like, spraying it in their nose and shit, I mean, why don't we get rid of them early, man? Like, why not just let them start earlier? You know, I'd rather purge them off early than just let them grow up and be nuisances who do it, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I'm just tagging along, Xbox. Futu Resistance called for a purpose, asked a little bit ago. FUTU. Let's see. Yeah, hey, this one's looking pretty good today again. 4.26%, considering how much it ran yesterday. Watch out for it. You know, it seems like it's in the same type of setup. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to play out the same, but look yesterday how, like, it consolidated for a little bit up at the top. If this ends up being, like, a little consolidation zone and the stock starts going flat, I mean, definitely watch it for another high of day break. Look at how much it ran up yesterday on the break. I would watch for that again today. But for right now, I know I'm a little late to your question, but I would wait till 65.50 breaks and just try to catch it like yesterday. And look, you could set it up like this. You could do like a, you know, act like this is 65.50. You could have your stop maybe around like 58, 58.60, somewhere like that, just under that little support. You could even have it tighter if you really wanted to, but let's say it broke out, you start to enter like right here on the breakout somewhere. You know, ride it up a little, take some profits. Not bad. Definitely watch for that again today. Or just something similar. Nvidia. Getting crushed, yeah. Not too good looking here for Nvidia. I actually extended my little trend line out here last night. I extended this trend line that I was watching for a while over. Looks like pretty consistent bounces here around it. Nvidia's back under. There's a huge support on Nvidia here around 824. I bet you the book map looks pretty insane at 824. Oh, it's actually not. Okay. 825 was bigger. Yeah, it would have, Demure. It would have. Xbox said, surprised we haven't spoke on food yet. For some reason, I'm not hungry yet, Xbox, so. Give it about 30 more minutes, though, and we'll start hitting on the food. I don't know why I'm not hungry today. Yesterday, I was, like, so hungry. I could have ate a horse. Tessie has my Mag 7 chart all messed up, Sean said. How are the other Mag 7s today? Let's see. Apple's moving up. Meta looks rough. Man, not Meta. I'm just kidding, guys. I'd rather Meta fall. So it looks like a lot of these tech stocks are starting to pull back pretty hard off this little uptrend. Of course, Nvidia is doing it right around the trend. Salad makes me angry. Yeah, Mason, you are getting me hungry now. Hey, let's go, Jane. What the hell? Why does that chart look so weird on the TV? What the? Are you guys seeing more red lines than are on my screen? How did Jane, how is that pop? I don't have that many on the chart. I don't get that. What stock was that, Jane? What the? Man, Spy's looking kind of rough. Yeah, Jane, I don't know. That looked crazy on your TV there with all those red lines, but I didn't have that many supports. I don't remember which stock that was, but it was Meta. Yeah, let's see. It was Meta. Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of some of these, aren't we? That's too many on the TV. It doesn't look that bad on my screen, I swear. Maybe I'm just used to it, I don't know. Man, these are fairly, like, decent intraday levels, though, not gonna lie. It just looks terrible, though. It's a set red window blinds. Looks like my charts. Yeah, for real. That's what happens when you get, you know, 300 questions a day about where the support is. They aren't bad, though. Poor Meta. Getting crushed today. I do like that resistance overhead around 510. That's pretty rough. Let's see here. You can go. You can go. Duolingo. Smoothie bowls be hitting. Oh no. Smoothie bowls are really good. You know, I didn't even realize I was making smoothie bowls, but I would just make smoothies that were like really, really thick with like tons of fruit in it and stuff. And I would just eat it with a spoon, and I didn't even realize I was doing that. One time Mike was like, yeah, I made these smoothie bowls, and I was like, what? I was like, how are those? And he explained it, and I was like, you know, I do that, and I didn't even know. Tesla looking pretty good here, actually breaking the high of this morning. There we go. Breaking the high of this morning, getting some good momentum back. Hey, 165.40, breaking out a little bit. There we go, there we go. 165 has been broken. That's so funny you say that, Nolan. I was talking to my buddy like 2 days ago, and he goes, yeah, we have this Ninja Creamy. And I was like, no way. That was pretty cool. Let's get the MU book map real quick. Someone's asking for it. Get old MU going. Ninja dangerous. I have a Ninja blender and the blade is like a samurai. I have a Ninja blender too, Mason. Yeah, those things can get pretty insane in there. Dell resistance for sure. Purpose. Let's see Dell real quick. Ooh. They had a pretty bad pullback today, didn't they? Yeah, so one resistance since it broke down under here will be like 122.50. And another pretty major one is at 123.50. I actually see 123 actually before 123.50. Pretty big spot. I would just say 123 would be the most major one overhead. You can see these a few hits though at 122.50. We're very close to it, but pretty good support coming up around 121 and 120 as well. Definitely selling off pretty hard though after that run up. Doesn't Dell report earnings? Let's see. Oh no, it's IBM that reports tonight. Maybe Dell. Oh, it was yesterday night. That's what it was. Oh no, it wasn't. That was Tesla. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind, guys. I had my companies mixed up here. Let's see when they do report, though. Looks like... Oh, in May. Okay. They did just do a dividend, though. They had the EX dividend date anyways. Throwing in a Tesla tower. Yeah, that's the one my buddy got, Mason. They got the 7-in-1. Mason, I did that all the time with the Ziploc bag in school. I did that a lot during, like, summer school. And I don't mean, like, the bad summer school guys, like the high school one. I mean, like, the little kids one that you go to when you're, like, 8 years old, you know? The fun one. Beat the ice cream bag to hell. Yeah. How's Walmart? I know that Affirm got hit pretty hard yesterday, and then they came right back up. They had some news yesterday where Walmart got rid of the... Well, they didn't get rid of Affirm, but they are looking into a different buy now, pay later system. But then Affirm came right back. So I was like, what? Kind of weird. I could open it, just exploded back. Boy Scouting? No, no, it wasn't Boy Scouts, but I'm sure I did it in there too. At the in the school district that I live in, they have these things that you can do in the summertime for, like, let's say you're in like 3rd grade or 4th grade or something. You can go to these summer school classes, and instead of it being like real classes, it's like more fun stuff. So like they actually had stuff like editing. Like you would go on like some like photo editing software, and like you would like edit funny pictures and stuff. And another one might be like an outdoor like science adventure class, like where you go, your class is totally outside, and you know you're looking through like a river or something, you know, stuff like that. That type of stuff. Tesla to 170, you know. Let's see, the poll, 67 votes here. Tommy Tenders or Terrible Tom? Which one? Will Tesla hit 170? I mean, this 168 area is pretty big resistance. Let's look at it on Bookmap. Man, there's a lot of selling overhead. It's not a ton. I could see these areas breaking, especially considering that like 165 already broke. Look at how the momentum just pushed it right through 165 like it was nothing. Just said, see ya. We might see that same thing start to happen here again. If there's enough volume and momentum in the moment, these areas can break. I don't know, though. This is a pretty big area of resistance. Tessie might slow up a little bit. So far, that actually looks like a pretty solid rejection. Around 168. AJ took advice from a person on Twitter for 506 SPY puts. It's down so much. Yeah, it was looking like a pretty bad setup there for a minute, honestly. I probably would have been looking at it down more right there in that moment too if it was right here. I would have probably watched it down there too. But it probably would have been smarter to wait till like the trend broke or the low around 506. Definitely should have incorporated something like that. Yeah, Tessie is rejecting right now. Nahid said my Tesla 165 call didn't fill. Hey, there you go. That's good, I guess. If you were buying it up at the top, that's good. Tom was in detention center. Yeah, that was actually pretty fun, those summer school things, as a kid. It was a lot better than going to work with my parents or something. Where in Discord do you list SPY resistance? It's in the Trading Stream Limited channel for free members, and just the Trading Stream channel pull up a little bit in the morning, and they're all right up there. .507's a pretty big resistance that I have. I've had it for a while. It broke a little bit higher, like 507.30, but you know, give or take like 20 cents or so. 25, 30 cents. On a $500 stock. That's why it's so big. Tom, let's call a spade a spade. What in the hell? From AI and God's creation, why? I don't know what Manny's saying. You don't have to lie to us, Tom. It was high school summer detention. It was actually military school in the summer. Low key. Yeah, I was that bad. $21.90 support on Palantir. Oof. You know, at least Tesla was the saving grace today, right? Pretty saving grace. Pretty damn good. Gonna keep my eyes on it still for more upwards momentum. 168 could break, it'd be nice. Keep our eyes on that. Definitely big resistances though overhead around 168, 170. Gonna have to watch that very closely. SPY starting to reject off pretty good now. Right on resistance, right around 507. You gotta love it. Big area of resistance there. Continuing to chop. I don't like to see the chop, though. Honestly, this morning, so far, I think it would have been better, you know, of course, for SPY to start to break out. I would have much rather seen that. That way we could get some nice, good continuation plays going here. So far, chopping down. Gonna have to watch support closely. If it does start to truly turn back over, then that's gonna be a situation to start to adapt into today. Luckily, I didn't play it. Not a lot of movement. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Keep going down, SPY. Yeah. I just want to see it really get out of this little range it's in. I'm going to draw the bottom side of the range here real quick. Little chop zone. Yeah, I did that too, Mason. Go to my grandma's a lot. TLT cratering. You know, it's been a while since I checked in on US 10Y. Let's go check in on that on the daily. Let's see. Ooh. Look at that. A little hit on the trend line. This trend line on US 10Y has been pretty insane. I don't know what has been up with US 10Y and hitting this trend, but literally hits it again here. Starts rejecting. Looks like it might try to break it over the next couple days, though. A lot of consolidation around this area. Gonna monitor this. I think it'd be a pretty good plus for the market if US 10Y started dipping back down. You know, let's go check on FedWatch, too. It's been a minute since we looked at the percentages on the live. See the probabilities now. Okay, still all the same. They've been stuck here at these numbers for a little while. Nothing too groundbreaking yet. Looks like the first cut is still expected around September. That's good. Hopefully that doesn't shift to a pause. Kind of weird how it keeps going that way. We'll have a lot of data between now and then, though. I'm sure these percentages will look totally different by then. You never know. You know, they shift really quick. You have your own robot, Manny? Let me speak to him. AI just told me, LMFAO, SPY defend the move in the morning, then we take the high in the afternoon. Who's with me? Hey, that wouldn't be a bad idea today. Honestly, not a bad plan. You know, you always might have to adjust the plan, but based on the way the range is here, I kind of like it. You know, if it starts to get up above that little range, that could be pretty fire, Manny. That could be pretty fire. It's holding its ground pretty well. You know, it's not like we're seeing like a big breakdown or anything. So that's, yeah, I like the plan. It sucks to see Nvidia kind of selling off, though. That is one negative. Meta as well. But if those stocks start to hit support and pull back up, that'll be a great thing for the market. Especially with Apple still holding high. How's Microsoft? Let's see. Not bad. Kind of like the SPY. Amazon looks pretty rough, unfortunately. A lot of negative moves, but if these stocks start to hit supports, They don't even have, like Amazon and these don't even have to break the highs. Like, let's just say they start running up towards resistance again while Nvidia's hitting highs and everything. Like, if they start to run back and Tesla's moving too, we'll see a pretty good move there. Would be a good one to look for. I've been saying this all week, though, for everyone that's been watching the streams. All week long, I've been saying this. This chop zone is huge, and the SPY is unfortunately kind of right there again at that chop zone. So be a little wary of that. But the main thing that I've been saying this week is I'm expecting this week to be a week of slight uptrend and consolidation before we end up seeing a bigger move down. So we're seeing that good consolidation here now. And I still think there could even be more move higher or more runs higher into more major resistance before finally coming back down to maybe test some of these bigger supports. If not, you know, I'll just adjust, of course, but that's kind of what I've been looking for. So far this week, we've seen pretty good price action up and good recoveries on this slight move higher. You go out to like a daily chart of SPY. I'm gonna take the drawings off for this. So far, nothing too crazy yet. Gonna be watching for a test up into like this range where I'm drawing blue. Maybe like 512. Be a good target there on that resistance. $5.10 definitely comes first, though. Will Meta go up after earnings? I wish we could say it. I wish we could say that for sure, Expressing, but you never know. You never know out there. Meta's kind of in the opposite end of the spectrum from Tesla. You know what? I'm just gonna delete a lot of these real quick. Hang on. Just gonna whack them all off. Oh god, I shouldn't have said it like that. I'm gonna delete them. I didn't say that. All right. Yeah, pause, yeah. Yeah, and the daily meta is pretty choppy up here around this zone. It's pretty hard to say with earnings, you know? I mean, it's a total guess with earnings. Definitely not the move that they wanted to see today, though. But the reason I went out to the daily like that is they're kind of in the opposite end of the spectrum from Tesla. Whereas, like, Tesla right now, like, they could report fairly bad earnings, but, like, as long as they have a decent outlook, you know, their margins got better, you know, they ended up popping up with that, like 13 to 15%. They didn't even beat EPS. They did not even beat revenue expectations. It was like, what? But they still popped up because of that, because of the robo-taxis, the cheaper car, the margins got a little better. That's good to see. That is a positive, you know? So, that's great. And, they ended up popping up a little, but whenever you go look at something like Meta, I mean, they're at the opposite end of the spectrum, where, like, with Meta, they're gonna have to have, like, a pretty good beat. You know, if they come in slightly negative like Tesla did, I mean, this one could end up being a bloodbath. So just be wary with Meta. You know, try to trade the move after. Don't look to play the move into earnings at all. It's going to be very tough to guess on this one. And that's what it is at the end of the day on earnings. It's a total guess. There we go. SPY staying in the chop zone. Maybe start to head back towards that high. It'd be good to see a little breakout there today. Come on, SPY. Friday might be the day we'll see another bloodbath, question mark. Yeah, maybe, Demira. With those earnings Thursday night, that's going to be a big telltale sign. Like, if Microsoft and Alphabet, if they both happen to have negative reports, or like if one is just lackluster and then the other one is lackluster, it's not going to be good. Definitely not good, but yeah, that sell-off might come at the end of the week. It might start to come more next week. I mean, who knows how long it's going to consolidate for and slightly move up before another, decent-sized pullback here. And we just also have to monitor the situation because, like, let's say Microsoft and Alphabet and Intel all kill it Thursday night and they start flying up, and then the SPY, does what SPY does, right? And starts to head back towards like 525, 526. If they truly have a good move like that, then, you're going to have to totally adjust the plan. We'll totally adjust from there on. But, yeah, definitely give it, I'd say, like 3 to 7 trading days on the possible pullback. Because this uptrend here is pretty good. Go back to Tessie again. Very good move this morning. Let's see, consolidating pretty well now. Little consolidation. Looking for an area of support on this one to see if it can start to run back. I do like this support area. Around 163.50, 164. Not bad. Mara, support and resistance. Let's see. Tom getting canceled. What did I say? Was that for whacking the resistances? Mara, support and resistance. Let's see. Oh. There's pretty big resistance around $20 on Mara. That's going to be a big spot. For support, it's shown really good support around 19. But there were a couple hits yesterday around this 1880 support too. So watch for that. I do like 19 better though, overall. Pull another Costco move, Meta. Costco move? You talking about that big dip on the earnings? Man, that was a pretty bad rundown, wasn't it? For Costco. Who in here has a Costco membership? If you do, let me know in the chat. And also, let me know your favorite thing about the membership. I'm curious. Wow. Yeah, so I just saw in the chat, Mike was looking at it. Looks like Meta's expected around a 9% move on those earnings tonight. So be ready for that, an expected 9% move. That's pretty big. Let's kind of eye up. Where would 9% put this stock? Let's just say it closes around 500, just to make it easy. Oh god, I didn't go out enough. So a 9% jump up from 500 would put it around like 544. That's pretty insane. A 9% run down would put it down around 454. So, wow. Like a $45 move in each direction. That's pretty insane. That'll be a pretty big one. Kevin said the cash back's the best thing about it. Oh, wow. Rotisserie chicken. I'm going to have to pick up some of those rotisserie chickens. Those things sound amazing. I've heard of those before. That might be like the first thing I did. Incoming Manny, the Costco enthusiast. I think that that's kind of fun whenever Manny posts his cart and he says, guess the price. I think that's pretty damn fun, Mason. I used to miss that. Guess the price. It was always funny because he'd have like those big ass bags of like mulch and shit at the bottom. And I'd be like, oh man, those are gonna add in like 50 or 75 bucks there. Or it'd be like grass seed or something. Mua says the 150 hot dog with drink is the best. Man, I'm gonna get one of those my first day there too. 100%. I love that stuff. I'm a big hot dog enthusiast. My friends call me the glizzy gobbler. Uh-oh. Yeah, shit, Jason. I gotta get out of it. No. Gotta get out of it. Nope. All right, Palantir watching support. 2190. Still just consolidating. A lot of consolidation today. With SPY, Palantir, I know even a lot of the big stocks are consolidating. Apple's been pretty decent overall. Got Baba moving. How's, speaking of food, how's McDonald's today? They're actually down 1%. That's a decent drop for them. How's that daily look? Okay. Yeah, the bulk buying is really the big thing with it. With my daughter and everything now, like, man, we're going through so much shit all the time. And every time I go to the store, I feel like I'm spending like $200 to $400. So it's like, might as well get it. Diapers in bulk. We're lucky we haven't had to get too many of those yet, Mason, because people gave us a lot at like the baby shower and the whatever else there is like that. Thoughts on QSR? Isn't that like a game on the phone? QSR like racing or something? QSR, restaurant brands. Oh, how dare you? You getting me back into the food here. I can't talk about QSR without looking up who they own. QSR, brands, restaurants. Let's see. Uh-oh. QSR owns a lot. Let's look at this chart. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool chart. Where'd QSR go? Oh, it's called Restaurant Brands. No wonder I couldn't see it. Okay, so Restaurant Brands. This, why did they cut this off? Those dummies. dummies. They own Popeyes, Burger King, Tim Hortons, Firehouse Subs. Man, that's quite a bit. Firehouse Subs is pretty fire. All these are fire. The only problem is I've never been to a Timmy Hortons. I really want to go, though. Tim Hortons. I wish we had one by me. All the hockey players go to Timmy Hortons. Burger King, Popeyes. Man, Popeyes. I don't know if you know, I can't do this anymore. Everything goes to food. All right, Ford reports earnings tonight, guys. What are you thinking on Ford? I know GM actually had a pretty good report. I'm eyeing them up for a possible continuation here over the next couple days. Jane said, this is why hiring a professional web designer is critical. Yeah, exactly. I will say I didn't get that from their website. That was just like a Google picture. So I don't know who did that, but whoever did that and cut it off needs to go to editing jail. Oh no, I didn't know that, Demure. I didn't know that they raised the fast food minimum wage. Auntie Anne's, whoa. Yeah, toilet paper at Costco. Gas prices are good, Mua said. Hell yeah. I'm definitely going to be comparing it to Walmart's prices because we'll see which one's cheaper or not. Walmart's pretty good on pricing, I can't lie. They beat like almost, well, I think they do beat like all stores around here. You know, I'm in St. Louis. There's quite a bit of stores. BTC dropped pretty hard the last few minutes. Let's see. Wow, it really did. What happened with Bitcoin? There's got to be some news. That's a bad drop. Yeah, definitely selling off, though. I'm not seeing any news initially off the bat. But I guess when we go out to the daily, it's not like the most massive move down ever. When you look at like the past few weeks, I guess there's a lot bigger red candles. To be fair. That is a good rejection, though. Mason said minus 0.56 DAX. You're looking at the DAX index, really? Oh, Chewy's correlation to SPY. I see what you're saying. I was like, wow, you're looking at the German index? That's pretty weird. The DAX is pretty popular worldwide. What are the moves, boys and girls, Palmer said. Honestly, today, it's not the best. I hate to say it. I'm not liking a lot of the movement. SPY's starting to reject now off resistance. Trade back down a little bit. Getting down under the range slightly. I'm definitely being more wary of a pullback now. It was in the chop zone pretty good, but pulling back out of here. It's been pretty slow and choppy, so I'm being wary. I'm waiting for like some bigger moves to come in. Let's see DraftKings. It'd be nice if SurgeBot could come out and save us today. That would be the move On these types of chop days, I usually try to trade as little as possible. Just the bot. Unless we start seeing a more significant run. Apple's still holding up pretty well, like they might try to run up and go for another secondary breakout. They're consolidating a lot, like just on the 168. I like end phase to the downside after bad earnings and going to be a good resistance. Let's see. Yeah, you know, end phase down actually is not too bad. I like the setup here too. I don't, you know, even on the trend line, this looks fire. Look at the trend line on end phase recently. End phase was on one of the better trends to the upside that we've seen lately. It had a lot of fire movement on that. And then today just popped up after those earnings, tested the trend, and is now rejecting again. Like, this is a pretty weird move going on, but it looks pretty good to the downside. And end phase is moderately correlated to SPY. There's nothing too crazy with it. Ooh. Premium play just dropped on the Surge bot. Surgy Surge. Premium play going on today. Like Mike said, today's been slow. Don't get too crazy with this one. Make sure you keep your wrist tight, but it's looking pretty good, guys. Don't give it away, though. You know, it's a premium play. Don't give it away. Can you talk about crypto? Bonk up 90. Sorry, expressing. I'm not a big crypto guy. Sorry about that. I'm not into it too much. Hey, there we go, though. Down under the chop zone in support. SPY is starting to move pretty good now. Back down. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really know what I'm talking about with crypto, really. I've never put money in it. I'm not a... I like to stick to companies where I know more of what's going on, and in my opinion, you can make more educated guesses at the moves. Not saying crypto's bad, though. Just not my forte. I don't want to give you some bullshit on it when I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly. I'm honest. Low and all-time highs, Dax said. Bitcoin approaching the wedge of the bull flag from February. Really? You might have to tag me in Discord with the drawing or something on this one. Yeah, tag me in a drawing of that. I'm curious what you're seeing, because I don't know. Bull flag, I don't know what I see as far as that goes. I guess you could call it a flag, I don't know. Doesn't seem too flaggy to me, but you'll probably send me the picture though, and you'll have it looking right. Let's see, QQQ got pretty good over the past few days, hitting off resistance now. Yeah, you know, QQQ, that's a pretty big spot that it's rejecting off of. Maybe this will be the the few days of consolidation that I talked about, and then maybe this is the start maybe of the bigger pullback starting to come in. It could be. It's pretty major on QQQ. I like that resistance on QQQ quite a bit. SPY's at pretty big resistance too, but I could have seen SPY getting more towards like 510 to 512. But let's say this is the start. That would be A-okay with me. Still good momentum down intraday. Good movement, good movement. Hey, sounds good, Dax. You can just send it off in the discussion channel. Throw it off in there. That's fine. Or off topic or something if you want. Whichever one. It's on topic, though, because it's talking about the market. Off topic's meant for, like, car talk and, you know, stuff like that. Man, QQQ. Ask QQQ in, Kevin said. I don't think I would get on it quite yet. Not quite yet. We need to see a little bit more confirmation on QQQ down for that. In my opinion, QQQ's kind of on intraday support. It wasn't as well as SPY moving under support, which SPY actually had a pretty good breakdown right here. Whereas QQQ is holding up a little bit better today. Actually still in the green. Is SPY still green? Nope, they're barely red now, so. And QQQ's been a little better because we've been seeing some bigger tech stocks hold up pretty well. Like Apple and Tessie, a couple others, of course. It was Nvidia. Yeah, chopping around. Right on that trend again, guys. Look at that blue trend line. Again, another intraday touch. A lot of price action around this. I'm going to continue to watch this for potential pullback. If you start to see good rejection on Nvidia and like AMD, I think that might be where the put opportunities will lie today, especially with these hits on resistance. Nvidia could get fun. Projecting off the trend line. Dax said, I don't know how to get in the Discord. Here, Dax. Let me get you a link. It's posted on every nightly video. There's one. So I'm just going to go into the comments there real quick and grab that one. I would just make a new one, but I don't want to make a brand new one there. Here you go. Throwing it in the chat now. Whoa, Palmer said all in on Nvidia. Whoa, Palmer. Don't be all in now. That's never the way to go, but I do like the setup. And, you know, proceed with caution. Lot of chop. Yeah, there really is, Nolan, a lot of chop. Ford earnings. They better do good tonight. Come on, Ford. Let's look at the daily. Not bad. I could see him moving up pretty well. Don't gamble on it, of course, though. Don't get any ideas now. Back to Tesla we go. All right, it's SM bot time. SM bot, what do you got for us here? Ooh, Intel calls. They report earnings tomorrow night, and they actually look really strong intraday. Wow, Intel. Look at that. For all my intraday traders out there, that, you know, this type of movement here is really, really good. Something like Intel. Wow, they got pretty low on this big dip. I didn't realize Intel got all the way back down to $34 recently. Wow. Good dip down to support. Interesting one. Earnings tomorrow night. Looks really good intraday today, though. Good luck. Take this 500 kg bomb for safe measures. Out of resources. Dax posted an off topic. Let's see. I see. Let me open that link. Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, it's not perfect by any means, but I see what you're plotting. That could end up being bearish too, just keep that in mind. Let me go try to plot it myself real quick. I like to wait on those types of plays just to see like which way it goes, rather than trying to just call it a bull flag or... I see those touches there. I like the overhead trend quite a bit. I saw that one. This bottom one was the one I did not see before. If you want to get really technical, you could almost draw a trend like this. And say it's falling out kind of now. I almost like that better than like this. This isn't too bad. Yeah, it is kind of interesting though. It's interesting on Bitcoin. It just doesn't line up perfect, but sometimes they don't line up perfect, you know, there's volatility mixed in. How's coin looking? Let's see. COIN, Coinbase. Dipping off pretty good this morning, but they are coming up off support slightly. Not the best day, though, I'd say overall. Definitely not the best. Wait for breakout. Yeah, I think that's the way to go with that, Dax. Coin is... it's not really doing too much after that bounce back. Not really a lot of opportunities on this one unless you played that breakdown, but I don't really see that. I don't think there was too much opportunity there. Speaking of that, going back to SMH real fast, had to check on it. Nice, nice, nice. QQQ 427.15 support-ish. Still straddling. SPY still chopping down under its range. Might end up breaking low of day. Too bad it didn't break out up. I would have rather seen that. FYBR, Frontier Communications Parts. I don't know what this stock is. Kevin said, beautiful move. Oh, the big money. Okay. I had never heard of this one besides the big money plays before. Never heard of them, but... that is a pretty big drop. Man, that big money play has been pretty good. I'm down 90% on my Tesla puts. Just ride it out. Holy shit, 90% on Tesla puts. What'd you do? Play puts before the earnings? Oh. Yeah, you may as well just ride it out now. I mean, honestly, I hate to say it, but I'm sure it expires this Friday, too. I feel like if someone wants to play earnings, it's better to go a couple weeks out since their IV's lower. Yeah, that is a really good thing to do, Aaron. I really agree with that. I really agree with that. It's pretty good. Where's this background music from? Yeah, it's just from YouTube. It's called Best Funk Mix 2024. Here, I'll throw you a link in the chat. See 'em, said a firm put. You know, yesterday I really was into a firm puts. Today, I mean, it's weird how much they came back yesterday, isn't it? Something's like bothering me with that. Like the algos just bought it up and open. I would not think that a bunch of traders would just run in and buy that back at open after that drop like that. Like something weird went on. So I don't know. I'm a little worried on this one, honestly. A little nervous. I'm a little nervous. Manny posted that in Discord and I accidentally said it out loud. Yep. Like Demure said, you gotta learn from this experience and improve. That is right. Hopefully you didn't put too much in it though, Palmer, you know. As long as they kept risk low and it was just very, very low risk for them, then maybe not terrible, but never really the best. All right, gonna keep watching Nvidia here very, very closely. Trust the trend on this one. That's the way to go. Trust the trend. Yeah, it's looking pretty good on Nvidia. I like that trend a lot. Put Nvidia, OG said. Yeah, I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it today. You could wait. You could wait it out and try to play like the breakdown, or you could try to front run it. Probably better to try to play the breakdown and get in and out quick. Front running it might not be too bad considering there's a trend, but you have to trust it. So like if it starts to run above the trend again, you're going to have to cut. And if you do cut, and then like let's say it was just a fake and it ends up exploding down under the low of day or something, then you might have to re-enter. But just, you know, have all those scenarios ready in your mind so you know where to get out with a good stop. Give me 1 sec, guys. Helping somebody out in Discord. Really quickly. I like this song here. I usually don't like the ones like with the guitar too much, but it's not bad.
The only way to handle danger is to face it. If you start getting frightened of it, then you make it worse. Because you project on it all kinds of bogans and threats.
Twin Dad said, OMG, this track is fire. It really is. I'm definitely sticking with these. Microsoft breaks support already, Carlo. Hey, there goes Nvidia. Hell yeah, Nvidia. Let's go. Let's go. I love it, guys. Let's see SMH again. Oh, yeah.
Anxiety is the fear that one of a pair of opposites might cancel the other.
Let's go. This is pretty fire on these runs here. Man, SMH really starting to sell off good. Man, this could end up being really fire here. Really fire. If this move becomes more exponential with Nvidia, it is going to kill SMH and make it even better. Make it even better. Wow, listen to this song. I don't know this one really, but it sounds cool. Got any pets? I got some pet fish, Nolan. Got some pet fish. Loving that move. Great confirmation down off that trend with Nvidia. I love it. Let's go. Tom needs a dog. I used to have a pet beta fish named Dude. Man, Aaron, I've had like 10 beta fish die on me. And I used to go to these websites and buy these fish on the internet. It was like, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. It's called ThailandBetafish.com. Here's what it is. ThailandBetafish.com. Yeah, look at all these. Like, I bought one like this one time, for example. These ones were aggressive. I mean, they're all aggressive, but extra aggressive for some reason. I don't know why. I had one like this. This one was pretty cool. I did have one like this, too. This one was beautiful. Beautiful fish. Very beautiful. I also have some guppies that were bred guppies. Somebody brought them to my dad's work one time, and my girlfriend brought them home for me. Hey, here we go, Nvidia. Bam, bam, bam. Gotta love it, guys. Another good breakdown coming in. That was like one of the most perfect rejections that we've seen in a while. I mean, that was perfect off the trend. Starting to break support very well. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Bam. Down to 818. God damn it. Spit it out.
Today, Junior!
818. Beautiful move. SMH down to 209, right on the support. I saw Manny post this up in Discord earlier on the book map. The good news is that if Nvidia keeps going and the chip stocks keep falling, SMH is going to go no matter what. But be prepared, but might see a little consolidation come in. Good moves, though. Great rundowns. Good to be able to take some profits here. Let's go, guys. Even Manny played the puts today. Who would have thought? He goes, now I'm a believer in the Discord. I'm just kidding, Manny. Good jokes today. UBS says AI fundamentals remain intact. Tech should continue to outperform. United States crude oil inventories came out 38 minutes ago. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. Holy shit. Look at how much the crude oil futures started moving within that little time. Where'd the number go? The U.S. crude oil inventories were negative 6.368 million barrels versus a positive 1.6 million barrel forecast. Holy shit. That's a big difference, guys. Our inventories went down a ton. That's... I'm gonna have to go get on trading economics. Let's see if they talked about it. Yeah, here it is. Crude oil inventories fell by 6.368 million barrels in the week ended April 19th, 2024, the most since January and against market expectations of a 1.6 million increase. Crude stocks at the Cushing, Oklahoma delivery hub went down by, wow, after a 33,000 barrel increase. Okay. Stockpiles on gas and stuff. Damn. It's pretty insane to see the inventory do that. That missed by the consensus by a lot. By a lot. And went the wrong way. Well, went negative. Oil ran up and then down really fast, so we'll have to see how it digests this news. I don't like that it jumped up and down, necessarily. SPY still getting pretty low, down to 505. Let's go back to Nvidia one more time. SMH. Looks like it's going to form a little bottom here. And that's perfectly fine. You know, that initial move was pretty awesome. Going to be watching resistances on Nvidia as it pops up. Be watching them real close. See if it can even start to pop up really or not, or if it's just going to chop around down here. Hopefully it hits resistance and rejects back and creates an even larger move. Would be perfect. Book map on Nvidia looks rough. Let's see. Yeah, it does. All those supports got whacked. Got taken out. Quick. But starting to come back up a little bit now. There's not really too much overhead here in the short term, but as we know, volume in the moment matters so much. Matters a ton. You guys can see him hopping in and out here real quick. Different sides. Hell yeah, let's go SurgeBot. What a great day. What a great day. Got people already posting up in the Profits channel. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Let's go back to Nvidia one more time. Yeah, it's definitely a huge support down there. I gotta give it that. Gotta give it that. Good bounce on it intraday. And something about that support that's kind of interesting as well. It's pretty close to this high here from the other day. Fairly close, but... Looking pretty crazy here, though. I like that trend rejection. Still looking good. Let me see Bookmap real quick. Man, that is quite a bit of shares down there, Manny. The only problem is that, like, look at how it dropped earlier. It wiped out. It had 76K volume within like a split second as it wiped out like 825. So it's kind of interesting. Probably a bunch of algos will all hit it at one time or some bullshit. Sitting right on 818 now. There we go, getting a little push back again. I'm curious here. It'd be beautiful for the SMH play, but very, very curious. Definitely good to lock in if you guys are up on SMH. I would say locking in is pretty smart. Locking in at least some, if not quite a bit, you know. I already had a good move. Really good. And Meta, let's go check in on them. Don't forget about their earnings tonight. Be careful playing earnings if you guys play it. Of course, I always recommend not to, but Meta's dipping down a lot intraday in its own right. Wow, I mean, that's a big dip down to 491 here. It's pretty big. Where's the bottom today on Meta? Low key, I think finding the intraday bottom and trying to play it up might not be bad, but the premiums are jacked because of the earnings, so that kind of sucks. But for a scalp, you could get away with it. What's the next res after 827 intraday? After 827. I have huge resistance up here between 832 and 834. I mean, there's been a lot of bounces within that little $2 range here today. So that's the more major resistance that I'm seeing here on Nvidia for sure. But I'm still just going to trust the trend on the day. The trends have been pretty good here on Nvidia. Trust the trend in those resistances. I don't think it'll get back above there necessarily. Wow, we might even see a good breakdown here. It looks like it's going to try to run down and retest already. Really, it just started to have that nice green candle off support. Already testing. I was thinking maybe it might like chop around a little bit more and start to do this maybe, but wow, is it really just gonna flush right through or something? That's what the SMH players are probably hoping for. Here we go though. We'll find out soon. Looks like it's having another bad. There we go. New low of the day, Nvidia. Let's go. Let's go. SMH Down to 208.80 now. Damn. Nvidia's slowly but surely now. Not as massive as that initial sell-off back around like 9 a.m. Eastern, but... All right, Palantir. Let's switch over to some other stocks. Let's go to the SM bot real quick. Ooh, boy. Meta puts are all over it with Nvidia. I see why. TSM put go, Kevin said. Yeah, get it going. Let's go. Meta dropped a lot. Wow, but starting to flatten out slightly. Damn, the second I look at it. Yeah, SM Bot's been calling it out like crazy. Amazon puts are on there as well. AMD puts. TSM is on there. I feel you, Kevin. TSM looks pretty rough, too. Pretty rough. I'll be real here, though. I don't know how much more drop is left in the tank in some of these. I could see Nvidia going a little bit more, but... I feel like it's going to start to slow/chop at some point here. I have big support around 815 on Nvidia. Let's see. Yeah, it's fairly big on the book map there, too. All right, so we got one green candle here. Would be nice to see a good red candle come back in, kind of like that little setup there, but... Already had a good enough move, though. People are selling off before earnings. I would say that's natural, Demir said. I mean, but we don't always see that, you know, not all the time. It's not just Meta falling, you know, so... There's a lot. But I feel you. I do see some de-risking probably coming in, but... Can't believe Amazon sold off as much as it did, too. Most of the Mag 7 stocks besides Apple are down. Look at Apple. I mean, it actually looks like a pretty decent intraday bullish chart. It doesn't look bad. It's holding very well. I actually kind of like Apple set up to the upside here. It's very hard to say that, though, on a day where SPY is doing so bad. But you know what's kind of funny is Apple actually now has a weak correlation to SPY, which is kind of funny. Pretty weird to say that, huh? One that needs a drop for more selling pressure is Microsoft. Yeah, it really does, Carlo. I'm with you there. That is one that would be very helpful. Look at the heat map. You got Google, Microsoft, Meta, Nvidia. If those all stay red, man, it's not going to be good for the SPY. Tesla's green, that's the one positive, but holy shit, look at the book map today. Or I mean the heat map, sorry. Remember whenever people would call it map book? That stuff used to be pretty funny. It's the map book. Manny said the FXI big money play is golden. Cha-ching. That's funny, Manny. Yeah, it is. Let's see, it was entered on 4-3. Yeah, doing pretty good. Breaking out well. There's been quite a few of these lately. On FXI. I like the one on Baba quite a bit, too. Not gonna lie there. I think the Baba big money play is pretty fire. Out to September. The reason why I bring that one up is because it was like just entered, so that's a little bit of a plus. Demir says Apple, haha, while you guys are down, I'm still up. Yeah. Not when you go out to the daily chart, though. Now we need the Neo one, too, for real, Xbox. I don't think Neo's gonna come back too much, man. It's not a... There's still a shot that it comes back a little bit, but just being realistic here, this one's not looking too good. Not looking too good. Support to not hold the big money. Might end up shorting those based off what I'm seeing with them. Do you think Nvidia will bounce? CLP. Let's see. I mean, I'm not going to say this is going to be like where it bounces and starts to go super bullish, but I'm definitely watching this area from like where we're at for consolidation for sure. I've been trying to stress that over the past few minutes. For the past, honestly, since it started kind of bouncing back up here. Yeah, I think you could end up seeing a slight recovery, slight bounce, slight chop, whatever you want to call it. Back to the upside. I still think it could end up going lower on the day, but it might take a little while. Might take a good retest of resistance or something. We'll see how good this momentum truly is or not. Yeah, be prepared for a little bit of chop. Demir said, nice little green candle on SPY. Dax said, is there low liquidity with leveraged options? Not all of them are have low liquidity, Dax. It just depends on which ones you're looking at. You know, like if you look at like, I don't know. Excuse me. Let's say you're looking at like UVXY as an example. Like those options probably have a little bit of volatility, I would expect. Oh, well, if you go to the weeklies, it's not too bad. You know, there's some volume. It's not super low. It is low, though. I'll give you that. What's another leveraged one? SQQQ, right? See, now SQQQ is different. They have tons of liquidity on SQQQ. Tons of volume, tons of open interest. Yeah, looking good on that front. But, what is it called? Drip, I think, for oil. Drip. Leverage ETF. Yeah, that one has pretty low liquidity. Very low. Some do, some don't, it looks like. It just depends. Oh, yeah, Dax. BABX is definitely going to have low liquidity. Yeah. It follows BABA. Even BABA itself, like, I mean, it has good liquidity, but it could be better. Let me look at BABX, though. That one's probably terrible. Yeah, that one's so bad. On the May 17th expirations, there's only 12 open interest on the highest. That's the highest amount of open interest out of any of the strikes at the 14 strike. Get this, on the puts, on the put side on BABX, there is 0 open interest and 0 volume. Like there's 0. Like that. Now that's weird. That takes it to the extreme, you know. I don't know I've ever seen it like that. Like that bad. I have a couple times, but, you know, it's been a while since I've looked at one. At least UVXY has a little bit, like. Yeah, shares could be solid. Or you could just play options on BABA. I mean, honestly. But either way. I want to see BABX on the chart. What does that look like? Yeah, I mean, shares might not be too bad at this. Just do realize if BABA dips, it's going to get crushed, but it should be okay. BABX is lucky it came on the market when it did. Look at how much BABX has fallen, and it hasn't even been on the market since this stock has truly fallen. This has only been on the market since like the beginning of 2023. So let me go look at that real quick. Let me go to BABA, look at it from the beginning of 23. It's definitely down quite a bit from then, but whenever you zoom out more, BABX would have reverse split by now if it was yeah, this would have had a reverse split if it had been on the market that whole time. So keep that in mind with shares of that. But right now, it's not looking too bad. I'll give you that. Oh, you're talking about swinging it that long, Dax? My bad. Maybe just shares, but... yeah, maybe just shares at that point, but... I didn't know you meant you were swinging that long. Not bad, though. I'm glad you're getting more time, though. That's good. If you can go for BABA, go for it, but keep your risk in check. Keep it good. How's Nvidia looking now? Still uptrending a little bit? Oh yeah. Coming back up off the little dip. Yeah, the contract for September, 1,300-ish. Oh yeah, we already said that. Do you feel about BABA in the short term? Michael asks. You know, I do like BABA in the short term. It is getting close to resistance. So that is one slight negative with it. But with the way these China stocks move and the way they can move, it's mainly just about getting time on this one. Like if you want to do a quick day trade for the short term, you know, and you're looking at it up today, you know, find a good breakout, try to scalp it, you know, have a good plan. But I would say most people out there should probably be swinging it like the big money play or something close to it. How's the VIX? Yeah, it's been actually kind of wild lately, Manny. I noticed yesterday it started dipping down quite a bit, falling down hard today, starting to bounce up a little more. Whenever you zoom out here with the VIX, yeah, it's weird. Like every time it starts to break above that trend or get close to it, it immediately falls back under. I'm not saying the VIX will always follow that trend, but it's been fairly consistent on these little trends like this on the VIX. I don't know what's up with the VIX and those trends, honestly, kind of weird. But lately been dipping back down to around support. I feel like it's just getting a little bit mixed right now. Like the volatility's starting to come down. But just watch out for earnings. The earnings season's going to be key to decide on where VIX goes. I'm sure you know that, Manny, but I'm just saying it for everybody else too. You know, this earnings season coming up is going to be big. If Microsoft and Google and Meta, if they start falling down from earnings, we'll see that volatility start to increase a ton again. But in the short term, SPY's starting to uptrend a little bit again. You know, we're starting to see that little uptrend or time of consolidation after that big dip. Everyone's probably asking themselves like, hey, are we gonna finally get back up into resistance and break the all-time high again? Or are we just going to move up slightly and then start to really turn over with earnings? The earnings are really going to be where we kind of see like, hey, what's the SPY doing here? Like, is this a true time of just consolidation before we go on another secondary run this year? Or are these earnings going to go negative and truly cause a bigger pullback maybe for another month or 2 months? And keep in mind, if we do pull back for a little while longer, we can still go green on the year. Don't forget what happened last year. The market pulled back for 3 months straight and then bam, broke out to new all-time highs before the beginning of the year. I bet at like the bottom of this pullback, nobody would have thought that we could hit new all-time highs by the end of the year. Or I bet no one was thinking it at the time. Because you know how traders are, they get real emotional. I probably was the same way, honestly. I was probably saying there's no way we hit all-time highs. But hey, proved me wrong. It proved me wrong. Because it was kind of a move that was kind of unprecedented there. Definitely really hot. Yeah, it's weird. It is weird, Manny, on the trend line with VIX. And the good news is, I guess, on the bullish side of things, is that it keeps staying under there. So that's good. And yeah, the weird thing also with those trends is like if we go back in time and we look at some of these trend breaks, look at how the VIX sometimes, like when it gets to the end of these trends, how it starts to really explode. Like, it's kind of insane how it's played out like this a few times. Like, now this was all the way back in 2017, guys. Now watch, it happened again. It went through another like 3-year period of the same thing. And then right around the, COVID crash, bam, it happened again. It's like, what? But look at how much chop went on before it finally did that. The last time it did this, it didn't necessarily have a massive breakout, but it did have some pretty good moves up during that time. Not as massive of a breakout, though. And now, we're almost kind of back on that same path again. We're almost to the end. I don't know how long it's going to chop before it finally breaks. It looks like, based off of the way the trend looks now, and a lot of people are going to say that this is nuts. So somebody put this on the calendar or something. But, if we're trusting the trend here, it looks like sometime like the beginning of 2025 might be where the VIX starts to really explode up and out of this trend. Okay, if we're trusting the trend. So, let's say the market does start crashing or something at the beginning of 2025 or just pulling back or whatever. Come at me and say, Tom, on April 24th, 2024, we talked about this. That would be kind of funny, honestly. But if that were to play out that way, that would mean that the market could go up quite a bit more this year because the VIX would be staying between this, and that would pretty much mean that the market is going to either go up or slowly chop around the highs, one or the other. But not sure that we should trust the overall move on that trend or not, but I'll tell you what, based off the way it's moved on those other trends, it's hard not to trust it, honestly. I almost trust it more than I trust the news. The damn news just makes up fake headlines just to fit their agenda and make the move sound good. SPY touch 505 again, let's see. Yeah, 505 touch. I wouldn't be too surprised if SPY started trading a little higher here again. Would not be surprised at all. Is it raining today by me? I'm curious. Ooh, it's not. And it's actually nice outside. Wow. I might have to go grab some McDonald's again. Oh. The Cardinals just optioned Jordan Walker to Memphis. That's not good. Yeah, because he's the reason why we're losing. Yeah, I think I might have to do it, Demir. I don't know. I'm like addicted to it right now. BA making new 52-week lows? No way, Aaron. Wow. That's a pretty good sell-off this morning on Boeing. They were up when the market opened. Holy shit. Wow, Aaron. That is a big drop. Thank you for saying that one. I might have missed that one today. Man. They started running up. Ha! That's funny. All the stupid news companies that put out all the good headlines this morning for it have to go retract them all now. That's funny. I love it when the market does this. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Of course Boeing's down. Who would have thought? I wouldn't have guessed. I would have never guessed. Nvidia fall, Suling said. Man, Boeing is. Let's go check on Nvidia. Hey, turned back over. It failed to break that little intraday resistance. Really? Okay. I thought maybe it would go up to test like 825 or something, but nope. See you later. Bye-bye, Nvidia. Damn, Nvidia. That's a good move again on Nvidia. Let's go. Wow. That was pretty massive now. Really wiped out that 817, 818 area, huh? Damn. Pretty massive. All right, guys. What's the over-under on the comments we're going to see today? What's the over-under all the comments of, I should have held, I should have held, I should have held? How many people are going to say it? Let's guess. You guys shouldn't be saying that, though, because you did. A lot of people that closed out made really good trades. It's probably best to close out and lock in than it is to try to contend with an area like that all the time. I wonder how Palmer's doing, Demir said. Palmer, what's up? Are you still in here? Let us know, let us know. Alex Rossi, happy with my gains and waiting for the next one. Nice. Apple and Tesla shrug off this dip, Jason said. Yeah, probably because they're not very correlated to SPY. Tesla's only correlated to SPY, or moderately correlated. Apple is actually weak correlation to the SPY. So, I'm not too surprised, I guess. Markets are changing, aren't they? Honestly, whenever you zoom out on the chart, like, I know intraday, the SPY dip looks pretty rough, but being more realistic here, it's not really that crazy. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, there could be, like, even one more red day, and SPY could go down to test, like, 502, and then bounce up, and I would just call that perfectly normal. You know, perfectly normal price action off support. So I am wanting to keep my eyes on 502 over the next couple days. I think that's a more major support that's past 503.50. How far do I see Nvidia falling? Not much more than here, honestly. I mean, I don't see it really getting under like 810. It could though, you know, if it, I've seen crazier shit happen, but yeah, I'd probably look like 810 under there. I mean, 803. If it starts to break under like 804, 803, I mean, we're going to be seeing something pretty massive intraday. So that's what I'm watching for. I don't want to be that guy who just says like, hey, you need to feel it out, you know, because I think that's a dumb thing to say, because traders need more than that. You know, you can't just say like, hey, feel it out, you know, but I hate to say it, it almost kind of is like a feeling out type of play here with Nvidia. You know, you need to kind of feel it out here for the overhead resistance, and yeah, you need to, like, if you're trading it down, you definitely need to feel out the momentum. Try to enter once you start seeing some true momentum come in. Don't get stuck in a chop zone. That's where like price action trading comes into play. You know, and I don't mean like, and I'm not sitting here saying like, oh my God, you need to like have feelings and just, I feel like it's gonna move up. That's what no, like you need to like feel out the directional momentum on the stock. Like right now, there's not a ton of directional momentum. It moved up, it's slightly moving back down. It's just kind of chopping right here. You know, no real directional move yet. Let's say it starts to break the low and you start to see big red candles come in like this again. There you go. Scalp it real quick. That's what I'm trying to say by feeling it out. I don't know about that, Jason. It's like painting and putting. Requires touch and feel. Exactly. Anything good on the bot? Let me check. SM bot real quick for you. I mean, Meta puts are all over it. Nvidia's about to be on it too. Meta puts look pretty good for a quick scalp. It's already down quite a bit, but I could see it going more. Man, Apple calls are on the bot too. Definitely keep looking at Apple calls. I don't know what it is. I've talked about Apple all morning. It looks so bullish. I can't understand it. I know that it has weak correlation to SPY, but it's weird to see, right? It's kind of mind-blowing considering it's just Apple. But that's pretty much it on there on the bot, unless you're looking at Google puts. But it has Meta on there. That's going to be the main one that I see down. God damn, look at that drop. That's a huge red candle. There goes Nvidia breaking the low. You get a quick scalp going if you're still not holding SMH. Love it. Let's see how KTOS is doing. Someone talked about it in Discord and made me want to check in on it today. Nice, starting to dip off a little bit more. Maybe the big money play will start to look more enticing to enter here on this consolidation. I could see it starting to move soon, though. It's been consolidating for a little bit. I could see it start to maybe bounce up off support. Looking good. Looking good, looking good. Come on, Kratos. Meatsack said, what platforms allow you to trade so quickly? Most do. I mean, unless you're using like Robinhood, but even Robinhood's not too bad. I use Thinkorswim, and I think Thinkorswim is probably the best overall platform, especially considering that their support team is amazing. They have this on there where you could just message support, and I mean, they answer like within a minute, and it's always a super detailed, good answer, or you can call them. But I love that about them too. But Thinkorswim, you can place options trades real quick. I mean, it's pretty simple, you know, like let's say we're trading like Nvidia. You know, even if you're doing like Robinhood on the phone, you know, like let's say Nvidia's bouncing around right here and we were kind of waiting for it to fall like we were earlier. Let's say you start to see support break at like 10:03 my time, 10:04. You know, you'll have a put option order already ready to go so that like as it breaks, bam, you click the order, it sells, you're in. Then all I simply do is I just run and place a quick stop loss order. It's not that hard, really. You could do it on Robinhood on the phone. You can do it on Thinkorswim. You can do it on almost all of them. It might take a little bit of practice to maybe get it down. I could see that, but really it's planning ahead, you know, like you see like right now, like how Apple's moving up. It's starting to break the high of day. You should have already had like an option ready to go and an order ready to go so that when it breaks, you place it like right as it breaks, you know, and that's how you should do it. That's what I would do. Right? That's what I do. Yeah, no problem, Meat Sack. What a name. Meat Sack of Doom. Holy shit. Is this like the Taco Bell Meat Sack? That Tesla put sold out for 0.01. Oh, man. Yeah, Palmer, if you did have the... Yeah, going all in there probably would have been good, but... I'm glad you didn't, because it's just not smart to do. You'll end up blowing your whole account eventually doing that. Demir said meat wad. Is that from the show Aqua Teen Hunger Force or something? Damn, Nvidia, still breaking lower. What's next? 810 coming up on the book map. Pretty big. Nothing too crazy, though, honestly. Like, it could break fairly easily. It just depends on how many people are going to start selling out here. Wow. Andy said, Tesla, room to fall. Tesla's tough today. I think that there's room down, but, I mean, why chase Tesla, which is held up better than almost everything else, whenever you could just go to like AMD or Nvidia or, you know, something like that? I would say just stick to like AMD or Nvidia or TSM or SMH or something that's falling off more, you know. Tesla could be good though, you know, like honestly, like if you're trading it intraday, there's pretty big support here around the 158 mark. I mean, huge support. So if that starts to give out, maybe you could play puts there. I would stick to where the money's flowing, though, and maybe stick to some of those other stocks that have more momentum. And trust me, I've been a pretty bearish trader on Tesla lately. Like, multiple good moves down. I've been looking at it down on the nightly videos for months now. But just being honest, I mean, with that move up with earnings, I'm starting to get a little bit... I'm starting to switch my tone a little bit here in the short term. Till we see how the market truly digests this, but... Sean's gonna like the GIF I posted in SM chat. I'm shaking my head. My damn head over not jumping in at 208. Do you follow with your stop loss? Yes, sir, CLPZ. I'm a pretty big manual stop loss person. It depends on the volatility of the stock or the option, but like, let's say it's a super volatile, like lower priced option, I'm definitely gonna place a stop. But like, let's say most of the time, I'm just manually exiting because I know that I'm gonna be sitting there watching it most of the time, so. And I know that I'm not gonna wait too long for it, you know? That's the big thing. You have to, if you're gonna do manual stop losses, you're gonna have to, number one, be very precise and stick to your plan. Number two, don't have any crazy emotions, you know, don't think of holding too long or anything. Don't be like, well, it might pop, you know, no. All right, guys, we're probably going to end the stream here. I appreciate you guys. It was a pretty long stream this morning. Let's go. Appreciate everybody for sticking around as long as they did. It was a pretty fun morning on the price action. Kind of boring at first and choppy, but then we started seeing a good sell-off come in and, yeah, made for some good opportunities today. For a minute there, this, holy shit, Nvidia, another big candle. 807.50 now. Oh, my Lord. Looking great. Whoever's scaling out of SMH right now must be scaling out with some good profits. Let's go, guys. Let's go. If you made profits today on SMH or Nvidia or anything, go throw them in the chat and shout out the bot. Let's go. We'll probably have a pretty awesome showing of these profits in tonight's video. So make sure that you post them up in there, guys. I want to see a lot. Let's go. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Seriously, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the... No problem, Xbox. Appreciate you guys for staying. All right, guys. As always, today is Wednesday. Do not forget about that. We will have the live Q&A tonight. That's going to be fun. If you would like to join the live Q&A, consider joining the trading floor. I'm sending a link in the chat right now. Just sign up. I'll give you access. And then you can join the Q&A tonight. Of course, you'll also get all the bot plays, swing plays, big money plays before they're on YouTube. A lot of times, that's a big difference. That's a big difference on the entry, I'll tell you. You get theta plays, stock signals, all types of stuff, guys. Let's go. Check it out. Other than that, have a great rest of your day. Walk away in the green today. Don't feel the need to push too many trades after this big dip because this big dip has been amazing. You know, maybe just go grab some lunch. Let's go. Have a good one, guys. I will talk to you later. It's date night. Oh, no, not that again. See you, Manny. You guys are funny, man. I love you guys. You guys are awesome.